Last 4 turns. Oh no! That's a really flat-looking pyramid. Aren't pyramids usually supposed to be taller than that? Or steeper than that? Or something? I guess they could vary in their height and their steepness. Kind of like whenever you're building a house in The Sims and you can change the height of the roof. And I would always pick the biggest roof because I wanted to make the biggest houses of all time. Using the random... Why do we keep saying random? Using the colon, semicolon, colon, semicolon, colon, semicolon... Or was it exclamation point, semicolon? I don't remember. Cheat. With Rosebud. And I didn't know Rosebud was a sled until much later in life. And then I don't know. I also discovered lately that Citizen Kane is apparently one of the movies on Rotten Tomatoes that has been labeled with... Stop it! Excuse me. Why? I just keep brapping. Citizen Kane has a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes for whatever reason. I don't really know why. I mean, I know that a lot of people see the symbolism in that movie and stuff like that, and I can understand the plot of the movie and how it's all about, like, you know, about how you can't buy back your childhood or whatever, but I don't know. I didn't think it was a very clear movie, and it was kind of dull in a lot of ways, in my opinion. I just thought it was really boring. And annoying, too. I think that whatever that character was, who looked very, very vaguely like Marilyn Monroe, whoever is, not his wife, but the singer who couldn't sing, that person, was super annoying, had the worst voice. Like, ever. I'm just making fun of a person's voice. I'm a terrible person. But for the role in the movie, it makes sense. But at the same time, you should try to make your movie as tolerable as you possibly can, while maintaining some level of something. I don't know. Point is, try not to make your movie annoying, is what I guess I'm getting at. I died just now. Just, yeah. That cannon is buried under the ground. Yes. Not lights out. No! Why do you have to do that to me? Lights out, lights out, lights out every single time. It's like whenever you're going to bed and you're like 4 years old and then they say lights out and you're like, but man, I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I don't want. Why do you get to go to bed so much later than I do? I don't know why I have to sleep so early. I'm much more hyper than you. I can get more stuff done. I can build Legos all night. Because that's what I used to do. Anytime I was still awake, which I always was at night, I would either sneak around the house and like create missions for myself, like secret stealth missions, and then just go around the house and collect books and put them in my room or something. Or I would rummage through the Legos in my room, and I would try to be as quiet as possible, but it was still extremely loud. And then by the time everyone woke up in the morning or in the middle of the night, then I will have built either a city or some kind of fake Zelda universe. Because that's what I did in my younger years. That's still kind of what I do now, because the game I'm currently working on is sort of Zelda style. It is coming along quite nicely, even though it is barely even remotely, slightly, partly done. Let me show you where to find it. Nice little star canteen. Little star canteen around your waist there, Toad. I'm assuming that's a canteen. Unless that's just like... what are those called? A duffel bag? That's not the word I was looking for. I was looking for... Yep, I'm not gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember what it's called. Not a handbag either. The one that you always put on your groin area. That bag. Which is just the dumbest kind. Yeah, I'm gonna remember it at some point way after this recording's done, and it's just gonna haunt me in my dreams forever. I want to say it starts with an H. Whatever, I give up. Totem pole pound, totem pole pound. Oh, you tricky son of a game. Game! Not son of a gun, son of a game. Oh, I love this one, though. This is the best one. This is the best minigame ever. And I'm gonna try to do my best this time, and that's why I'm not going to talk. And wind-ups apparently look a lot like 8s, according to that flag thing up there. Okay. You can hear it. I'm still clicking it even though it's done. I need to practice. This is the silliest minigame of all time, and it should be in the Olympics because it is so stupid, and that's why it should be in the Olympic Games. Stupid minigames only belong in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, because those are pretty dumb most of the time. New record, new record! Yes! Yes! Yeah! Weirdly shaped punch the screen. I was gonna use, like, the Pentagon punch from the Runaway Guys, but that was the weirdest shape. What shape was... It was like a diamond with one of its corners stretched out to a Buick of an extent. Whoa! Whoa, hey now, don't get cocky, Star Fox. Moai heads creepily staring at the screen. This is Easter Island. This is, Easter Island and Stonehenge, and a pond with a lily pad all in the same place. You know what, next time it comes to my turn, I'm going to just explore all those different little islands and see how random they all... I should just start bleeping out every time I say random. If I say any word too much, I'm going to start bleeping it out. Chance time! Except I won't do obvious words like the. Just jump off, Luigi. Just ignore all of the blocks and just get all the coins and stars that are clearly directly in front of you. Or do that. Thanks, Bowser. At least you only took 10 of my monies. Only 10 of them. Okay, just to explore. Okay, this board, this section of the board is completely uninteresting. This part is ancient Egypt. Random Goomba house. Completely uninteresting. There's, I guess, the Rosetta Stone, of which there are apparently several on this board. Easter Island plus Stonehenge plus puddle plus a bunch of tree stumps plus airplane. The airplane's probably how we got here. So why didn't we all die if it crashed? Logic! So this is Lost. That or Lord of the Flies. Could be either way. Or Lord of the Stars, maybe. Lord of the Stars. Z-T-A-R-S. Lord of the Tars. Lord of the Tarzan. I probably pressed the wrong button, but oh well, we are going to... that's just a terrible image in my mouth. In my head. Either way, mouth or head, both of those. What I just had in my mind was, like, you know how this steam, or whatever it is, coming out of the back of the penguins is white-colored? I'm just thinking, usually whenever you drink milk and you have milk breath afterwards, you kind of picture it looking white. If it had color, it would be white. So I'm just thinking that the backs of these penguin vehicles, their bum cracks, actually have milk breath. And that's what they're doing right now. They're exhaling milk breath. And, because of Stream of Consciousness commentary, I'm now thinking of Milk Toast from Opus. Opus the penguin. See, it's relevant because penguins. Unless these are actually puffins. Do I look like a puffin? And that's a quote from All of the Other Reindeer, if you don't know. All of the Other Reindeer, a movie that I watched literally over 100 times when I was younger. That's definitely not an exaggeration. It was over 100 times. Well over 100 times. Wow! Wario is doing really well on this board. And Luigi. Both of them are doing pretty well. I shouldn't single out Wario only as someone who's doing really awesome. Really frickin' awesome. And that's why he got 69 coins. What's up, yo? Yeah, Luigi and Wario are both doing obscenely well. To the point where there will be expletives bleeped out throughout this entire board. We've been talking about Stonehenge a lot in class lately. I'm gonna stop there because I don't actually know what we learned in class. Seems like all Egyptian-esque music sounds vaguely like the Spirit Temple. But not really, because this isn't the Spirit Temple. This has no... This has no fighting spirit whatsoever. It's just people beating up stone mushrooms with their mind. Power up, mushroom! Get stronger! Get bigger! That's what she said! Well, actually, that would be that's what he said, but it doesn't matter. Because both of those are really weird. I love hearing those two character noises in succession. Man, I was hoping to make more weird, what is it called? More weird other language, foreign language noises from aliens, alien bombs in space in this board, but I haven't been able to make that many. I've just said a couple of times. Don't try it. Nothing really to gain from it. Nothing really to gain from getting abducted by a UFO. If I was abducted by a UFO with a tractor beam, that would imply that I was a cow. Wario is pretty close to a cow, though, with probably a slightly more limited diet than a cow, which is saying a lot because cows only eat grass. Wario only eats garlic. That's how it is in Wario World, and that's how it probably is in every other game he's ever played and been in. Zabup. Zabup. That's how I'm gonna remember this. Z-A-B... Right. I mean, up. Up is correct. That means it's right. Left the B's a right. Left the B's a right. B left the B right. That was the weirdest way to remember that. And that star is made up of a bunch of triangles. I wonder how many triangles there are in that star. I'm gonna guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe? Maybe 9, maybe 10? But then there are also those weird puzzles that have, like, stars within stars, or not stars within triangles, and anything could go. So, let's see what we have here while I drink more Dr. Pepper. No! Have I said anything in this entire board? Probably not. What is that thing in the top right? Does anyone else see that temple, or whatever that is, in the way back? Just in the fog? That looks like... I don't know, like, those weird buildings in the distant future in Meet the Robinsons that are made up of those hats. Darn it, Luigi! No! Luigi! You have outdone my Wariosity for the final time. The golden statue has been found. I wonder what the golden statue is. Oh, okay, that's less valuable than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a golden banana, because those are very rare. There's only 201 of them. It's a shadow riddle. There's no way of telling what it is. Excuse me. No, it is not a cow. Sorry. Fool! I shall curse you! I have put you inside of a rock, or behind a rock cutout, with a little spot for your head. and he just bounces away. By the way, this is the dumbest of all of the boards. This is like... Yeah, the last time we had the best board in the game with one of the best endings, and this is just the stupidest board in the game with one of the stupidest... Where did that even come from? A 2,000-year-old curse from the Bowser Sphinx that was born yesterday. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for saving us. You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. And then... UFO has a city on top of it. Kind of like that 5th area in Bomberman 64, which is a game that I have never beaten and probably will never beat, even though I'm on like the 4th to last level, and I have been for 10 years. Why are you so angry, Lou? Okay, there we go. Now he's not angry anymore. He's like... I'm gonna be incredibly PO'd until you give me this star, and then I'm gonna be extremely happy. He's like, I demand victory! I demand a prize for this! Where's my prize? Also, why is light spelled wrong? Light play? I hadn't noticed that until just now, but that is clearly spelled wrong, unless it's Bud Light play. Yeah, Mario Party while drunk. That would be great. Except it wouldn't be, because it would be, but it wouldn't be. Because drunkenness is bad, but at the same time, it's very funny. So those are the results! I can't believe I lost by 1 star, and that's it. Oh well. Yep, Luigi's just tearing it up. He's seriously tearing it up this board. He is tearing his shirt apart, and he's showing off his muscular muscles. As opposed to Wario, who's showing off some of his muscles, but mostly his flabby fat. Which is also good, and very, very manly of him. Because most men are fat. I don't know. In America, apparently. Murica. Murica's the best. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, too early. Do-do-do-do. Alright, that's great. That's a good time. I am done now. I just threw down my controller. So next time, we are going to go to Borerland, and vote who you want to be in Boarland, because we will be fighting lots of boars, like in Lord of the Flies, except instead of Lord of the Flies, boars, or pigs, we will actually be fighting scientists named Bohr. Like Bohr, or Mendeleev, or Einstein, except we will lose to Einstein because he's kind of overpowered, and frankly, I think most tournaments want to have him banned. Never mind! Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in Boarland. I mean, Horrorland, whichever. It's just hard to say horror without it sounding like